undefeated Thunderstud. Show him your deck.
Hey guys, Thunderstud here, talking about a brand new deck from a brand new box that features Cerulean Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, and you may recognize it from Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, which has been around. It's been a pretty out there archetype for most of the time. So here, we're using it as kind of a ritual deck, kind of all over the place. We have Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, we have one of each Yubel. We're combining that with the skills, so it's like we have 3 copies of Yubel, and it doesn't take up too much room in our deck. 3 copies of Sonic Bird to search our spells, obviously. Now, this girl, Disciple of Nephthys, she's very important. She kind of works as our Senju, and she's means to kill our Yubel and our Sacred Phoenix, so she's doing a lot. And on top of all that, she has effects from the graveyards too that will let us search Rebirth or bring stuff back from the grave. So the boss monster is the Cerulean Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. We have the Devotee of Nephthys, which is actually a pretty useful card. I was switching between 2 and 1 and Treacherous Trap Holes and stuff, but this one's pretty good. I think 3 copies of this is better. So they do all sorts of things. Like all the Phoenix cards, they come back after they're killed by card effect. This one you'd have to destroy something from your hand to come back. It also has a destruction effect where you can destroy any Nephthys monster face up on the field or in your hand, and then destroy that many cards your opponent controls. So it's pretty slow, but it's pretty strong. So you're wiping out monsters with Yubel, wiping out spells with your Sacred Phoenix, and finishing the job with the Cerulean. But really, it's the Devotee that sees a lot of the play. So it's a brand new deck. There's a lot to unbox from it, so I hope you guys enjoy the replays. Thanks a lot. So this deck's pretty interesting. It's mostly doing well because people aren't reading the cards, but it's just, think of it as good text for decks we already have, like Phoenix decks or Yubel decks. But we're really downplaying the Yubel aspect. We're using the Yubel skill, so we don't have to use so many card slots with Yubel. So here, generally I took out the Treacherous Trap Hole and added a 3rd Devotee. I'd say that's better. So, but Treacherous isn't bad because it synergizes with a lot of what the monsters do. You can kill your own Cerulean, you can kill your own Phoenix. So anyway, here we summon the Disciple. She kills our Yubel, brings out our Yubel. Killing in Yubel also lets us search our Devotee. Summon the Devotee. Devotee allows us to drag out a Sacred Phoenix from the deck. The thing about Devotee though is she dies the turn she's summoned. So here we're fighting a brand new Marvel deck. And of course Yubel kills all our monsters at the end turn. Our enemy's got a bunch of the new cards for Laval. Gets his Handmaiden Chain. This is a deck I'll be making a video on soon also. Our Phoenix survives, destroys the back row. Turns out it's the Dustflame Blast that lets him banish all his Lavals and destroy that many cards. Destroys the 2. Yubel misses the timing from that, so pretty interesting. But have a Sonic Bird to normal summon. And like I said, Devotee's second effect from the graveyard, we're able to destroy from our hand and summon her from the grave, and that gives us lethal. So really, Devotee is pretty useful in the deck. Most people overlook it and don't even add her, but she's pretty useful. She really gets it going, especially when you're running just 3 Sacred Phoenix. This deck doesn't really OTK, and I'm sure there's OTKs to be found, but that's not really what you're trying to do, especially with the Yubel aspect and the Phoenix aspect. They're a little slower. But it's definitely capable of going fast, like any ritual deck. So here it looks like we're fighting a Blue Eyes. Trick up your sleeve, but I believe that's not what we're fighting legit. So another advantage of just using the regular Yubels, we can use them as fodder to summon our Cerulean, because they're so high level, so they're well over the 8 we need. Same with our regular Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, we can just use those to summon our ritual monsters. As you see here, We use the second form of Yubel to summon her, because we can pull it back out from the graveyard. Use her effect to summon the Disciple instead of a Phoenix. Use her effect, the Disciple's effect, to kill our Phoenix from our hand. Attack with our Sonic Bird. He blows a Canadia on a Sonic Bird, believe it or not. That allows him to summon Magician of Dark Illusion. Remember, Devotee dies the turn she summoned. Turns out he's UA. Pulls his UA field. Trick up the sleeve UA. Summons his Mighty Slugger. Searches a Dunker. Special summons the Dunker. Up to 3k. Things are looking bad. Attacks into our Sonic Bird. 2000 damage. His effect lets us kill our Disciple. Things aren't looking good. But we use Disciple's effect from the graveyard. Lets us get our field spell. Or sorry, our ritual spell. Use our regular Phoenix in our hand to summon our Cerulean. This Phoenix comes back from the grave. Blows his Econ. Use our ritual spell. Bring out our boss. Bring out the Cerulean. Cerulean, we're going to be able to kill a Nephthys monster. We're going to kill our defense Sacred Phoenix. That allows us to kill the Dunker. Let me pause this real quick. After that, we use Devotee's effect from the graveyard, which lets us kill the Devotee in our hand and special summon her out, which is enough for lethal. So we hit for 3k, then 12k. So Devotee is really the key that's making the difference. Cerulean's great and all, but Devotee is that little push that puts you over the hump, really. A lot of people are using a lot of Yubels or no Yubels. I feel this is the right amount. It's like 3 Yubels, and you have use for all the other incarnations of Yubel. They help you with the ritual summoning, so I feel it's a worthwhile tech. You know, there's no real set skill you should be using anyway, so I go with the Yubel skill. So here I activate the Yubel skill, get our regular Yubel out. I'm gonna ritual summon using our Sacred Phoenix, summon our Devotee. Devotee's gonna let us bring out Disciple, and Disciple is gonna let us destroy Yubel. Also while letting us search our Sacred Phoenix. So here comes Yubel. This all turn 1 too. Normal summon our Sacred Phoenix, tossing them in the graveyard. That was all special summons. And then destroy him. So we have 6 cards in the graveyard, 1 on the field. Here's our 8th, all 3rd turn. Sacred Phoenix comes back. Throw Devotee onto the field, kill our Sacred Phoenix from the hand. Attack for 3,600, he's down to 400. This guy's actually using a really cool deck. He's using the Ancient Gear variant with Cyber Style, which is actually a really good idea, because you can just summon the Cyber Mecha with your normal Ancient Gear monsters, or the Overdrive Dragon, Chimera Check. So that's actually a really interesting way to run that, really interesting tech. But nothing he can do versus Yubel. Eventually just scoops. And yeah, no, this new deck, I feel there's gonna be a big surge of it at first, and then it's gonna die down as the popularity fades. Just like normal Yubel decks from the event, everyone was running Yubel, and then you don't see Yubel as much on the ladder anymore. It still pops up here and there to counter decks. So it's going to be really popular now, but then I don't think it'll go much in the future. But thanks for watching the video, guys, and see you soon.